like one of the Sure Shot Zooms from Canon.
Minutes complete at the pond in Anaheim this evening on WB50. The Washington Capitals and the Mighty Ducks. We anticipated high scoring. We got high scoring after the first. It is 3-1 for Washington. And Craig, we had said that this was not just any other ordinary game for the Caps and their head coach and assistant coach in particular, and they turned out to do a fine job in the first 20.
Yeah, I thought the Washington Capitals were terrific. I mean, they did everything you want to do on the road. And the Mighty Ducks were very stagnant. They were very stale. They didn't have the jump. I think they were looking for big things from Paul Kariya playing in his first game. He had some great time out there. He set up a goal. But other than that, they were sitting back, and the Capitals took it to them. That was all Capitals in the first.
The crowd here in Anaheim was ready to roar, but the Caps took them right out of the game with a 3-spot in the first.
Yeah, quick 3 goals. Anytime you do that, the fans are out of it. So is the other team. Here's a shot from the point, and there you see Joe Juneau getting the stick on the puck as Cote blasts it towards the net. Juneau picks up his goal. It's a goal in his 3rd straight game now for Joe Juneau.
Konowalchuk and Sylvain Cote with the assist at 9:36. Then just 44 seconds later, it was Miller time.
Yeah, nice play by our guest here after 1. Nice play by Jan Buis to Kelly Miller. Look at that release. Not even holding onto the biscuit. Snapping it home. Pavanka off that left post. Forcing a little screen to Hebert, and in the net it goes. The Caps were off and running.
It came at 10:20, the assist coming to Boulis and to Nordy. Caps weren't done yet.
No, and then the special teams take over the power play. Adamosa in the draw. Nice, clean win to the point. The Capitals moving around. Gonchar, why not hit Peter Bondra? He wants to get the goal-scoring race going. There's a blast and top shelf shot. Chris Simon working the screen in front. The goalie, Hebert, didn't see it. Bondra hammers home his 21st.
Peter Bondra with that heater, bringing the Caps to a 3-0 lead, but our first period scoring summary was not complete. On the other side of the break, we'll take a look at how it turned out for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Their 2 superstars, they clicked late in the first period. They brought Anaheim within 2. We'll have a look at that goal if you hang in there with us in just a moment.
Innovation played a very important part in Anheuser-Busch's success, in Anheuser-Busch's history. Back in 1876, when Budweiser was first produced, Adolphus Busch knew that temperature was the enemy of beer. He was innovative enough to produce a fleet of refrigerated railroad cars, refrigerated with ice stations along the rail siding, to keep the beer cool as he shipped it across the United States. And that was one of the keys to the success of Budweiser, controlling the temperature of the product. Innovation, trying new things, being on the frontier of new ideas, has been and will always be a key in the success of Anheuser-Busch.
Because they're not getting any younger. Because you'll never believe what you just saw. Because absence really does make the heart grow fonder. Because, well, just because. For whatever reason, Sunday is the day you call people the most. That's why MCI introduces 5-cent Sundays. 5 cents a minute every Sunday. If you're an MCI customer. And if not, call 1-800-SUNDAYS.
No service charge. No lines. No traffic. No parking. No dress code. Free home banking from Chevy Chase. It puts your bank as near as your PC or telephone.
On July 12th, Kirby Termizi found over $30,000 in his cab. Coincidentally, enough to purchase a redesigned Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Yet, he returned every penny to the woman who left it. We at Mercedes thought someone who'd return enough money to buy our car should have one.
The Ducks of Anaheim had 5 wins in October, 6 wins in November. They have yet to win in December, and they'll have their hands filled if they are going to get a win tonight. They trail the Caps 3-1 after 20 minutes. Joe Beninati and Craig Laughlin continuing our first period intermissions activities. And Craig, the Ducks had 2 great scoring opportunities in the first period, and they hit .500.
Yeah, and one of the goals they scored, but we're going to first show the short-handed play. Here's Paul Kariya, nice saucer pass across, right to Joe Sacco, and he comes in, tries to open up the pad, but there's the goaltender, Kolzig, closing him up. Sacco trying to go 5-hole short-handed, but then they connect late in the period as less than a minute left. You have a nice pass, Mironov going wide, but watch this miscommunication. You see the puck was supposed to stay there, but it works to their favor as no one picks up Team Timo going to the net. Delaney scores his league-leading 25th of the year, getting the Ducks back in this hockey game.
Teemu Selanne and Paul Kariya getting the job done. And we could see, though, that Olli Kolzig's big save in a 0-0 game at the time really changed the complexion of the period. We'll have period number 2 for you in just a moment on WB50. Caps out west. Hey, thanks for staying awake. We'll talk with you in the second period, right around the corner.
Of all the great conveniences found in America's best-selling minivan, here's one you rarely get to enjoy. A very generous $1,000 cash back on Grand Caravan. Or you can choose this Dodge Caravan, which includes all this at no extra charge. And after $750 cash back, the price drops to an exceptionally low $17,245. But hurry, because numbers this good get carried away rather quickly. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Right now at the Big Screen store, you can get any Mitsubishi Big Screen for 0 down, 0 interest, 0 accrued interest, and 0 payments until January 1999, which means everybody wants a new Mitsubishi Big Screen for Christmas, and that makes Santa's life very difficult. Ever tried to get a Mitsubishi Big Screen down the chimney? At the Big Screen store.
Get ready to get creative. Get into a Rebel G. Capture your imagination on film. Let Rebel take you beyond snapshots and experience the ultimate rush.
Cool.
Rebel G and only EOS lenses from Canon. WB50 is the place to be for your hometown teams. This Saturday, we've got a double dose of high-flying puck smashing action. At 7, the Wizards travel to the Midwest to take on Larry Legend and his Indiana Pacers. Then at 9:30, don't miss Gene Roddenberry's Earth Final Conflict. But the action doesn't stop there, as the Capitals hit the ice against the LA Kings at 10:30. The Wizards and Pacers at 7, Earth Final Conflict at 9:30, and Capitals and Kings at 10:30. A triple dub Saturday night here on WB50.
Have you tried it yet? 10321? Well, you should. For quick calls like, oh, did I wake you? 10321 saves over AT&T. And for longer calls like, hi, my dearest Granny, I have so much to tell you. 10321 saves big time. 50% off all calls over 20 minutes. That's half price. Best part is, you don't even have to switch phone companies. Try it today. Just dial 10321, then 1, and the number. Oh, but don't take my word for it. Check your phone bill. Go on, check it.
Caps playing in another of those 3-game, 4-night stretches. They played Wednesday night to a draw in San Jose. They'll be in Los Angeles to battle the Kings tomorrow night. This evening, we have played 20 minutes at the Pond in Anaheim. And you see the results so far? Very good. Caps in front of the Ducks by 2. Second period coming next.
Dodge Dakota owners are celebrating. A recent J.D. Power & Associates study ranked Dakota most appealing compact pickup. But we believe the price is pretty appealing, too. How do you add lots more muscle without breaking a sweat? Get a Magnum V6 at no extra charge when you buy a Dodge Dakota. So come bulk up at the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
No service charge. No lines. No traffic. No parking. No dress code. Free home banking from Chevy Chase. It puts your bank as near as your PC or telephone.
Holidays are sprinkled with delight, rich and warm, golden and wrapped in tradition. They embrace many cultures and bring together families and friends. These times that bubble with cheer, these times that dance with lights, these are the times we treasure most. From the Giant family to yours, may your holidays be delicious.
Have you seen the elf? Have you seen what the elf can do? The elf does its magic with advanced photo system film. Presto, it's loaded. Now take super shots in 3 different sizes. The elf even shows you the whole roll on one print. Have you seen all the elf? Elf, the big name in the advanced photo system from Canon.
Ready for the season of good cheer.
I'm ready when I get to the arena.
WB50 and UPN 54 are ready. And now, the Wizards are ready to play.
Night in, night out. I love playing hoops because it's my life.
Jawan, Weber, Strickland, Murray. The Wizards are way ready. We're off to see the Wizards against Coach Larry Bird and the Pacers. Saturday night at 7 on WB50 and UPN 54.
WB50 coverage of Caps hockey is brought to you by U.S. Airways, the Washington area's #1 airline, and by Chevy Chase Bank. With Chevy Chase checking, you have access to over 625 free ATMs, more than 130 branches, and more convenience than ever. And by your greater Washington area Dodge dealer. Both clubs back to the playing surface. The second 20 minutes of play tonight at the Pond. Caps in front of the Ducks 3-1. Juno, Miller, Bonder on the board for Washington. Solane has struck for Anaheim. Teemu Solane with the puck. On target for Ruchin, right to the front, ushered aside by Kolzig. Rebound, Kariya denied. Backhand chance and a sprawling Kolzig saved the day.
Well, he hasn't certainly lost his eye-hand coordination. That biscuit he picked out of midair and got 2 good swipes at the puck. 2 great saves by Ole, the goalie. Here's the nice play. Ruchin going wide, gets it towards the net. Kolzig doesn't control the rebound. Watch the puck bounce right there. And look at the hand-eye coordination. Hard shot down low, and then the backhander to boot. Kolzig, quick saves right off the get-go. That one the best of the game with that left big pad on Paul Kariya in the lineup after missing 32 games to start this season.
Ole Kolzig coming into the evening's action with 14 wins in that win column this season alone, equaling his mark in his first 6 NHL years. Even strength, 5 aside. Jeff Toms will hurl it in there wide of Hebert. Kariya swiftly ahead for Solane. Toms recaptures. For Calle Johansson to clear around the ledge. Daigneault poised behind the duck net. Kariya outlets for Solane. The return too far for Paul Kariya. Riki got a stick in the way. Caps again playing without Brendan Witt. Witt on the sideline, that shoulder injury forcing him to miss his 6th game. Juno double team. Mironov took it back. Reichel on target looking for Sandstrom. He was dropped to his fanny. That's going to result in a Duck power play.
And Kelly Miller's going to go off 2 minutes for hooking. The Ducks coming out quickly here to start this second. Kelly Miller heads to the penalty box. The Ducks will go to the power play. Let's take a look at our MCI game stats through 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal favor the Caps at wide margin. 8 shots better are the Capitals. Scoring chances, 5 better are the Caps, 8-3. Face-off just about even, Steven, 9-7. The power plays, Peter Bonder with a blast. 1 for 2. And the Anaheim Ducks 0 for 1. But now the Ducks go to the power play once again. Kelly Miller called with the hook. Here's a rink-wide pass, a little chip right there. Reichel going to the net. He's upended. Because of that, Kelly Miller off in the sin bin in 2 minutes for hooking. The Ducks go to a quick second period power play.
Yes, they do, Craig. Caps killed off all 5 shorthanded situations Wednesday in San Jose. They're 1 for 1 so far tonight. Cote moves it back along, right on through Juno. Gathered by Marshall. Marshall and Dallas working the points. Sandstrom, along with Janssens, up top with Reichel. Tenorti fetches that puck. Got it through Dallas back to neutral ice.
Pierre Pagé was working both of these units this morning. What they were trying to achieve is just quick puck movement and shots from the point. Anytime you have Reichel out there, he's a guy that loves to set up in front, causing problems for the Capitals' defense.
Who are you kidding? That first unit's just resting while those other guys are over there. That's the only reason they're on the ice. Daniel fires. That's deflected wide. Kolzig got a piece with a blocking glove. 3-1. Washington with the advantage. A little more than 2 minutes into period 2. Tuck-in chance. Kolzig barred the net on Sandstrom in tight.
Thomas Sandstrom has been hot of late, a pair of goals in his last 5 games after a very slow start for the free agent signee here in Anaheim. They're looking for a lot more from Thomas Sandstrom. Sandstrom, second in goals all-time National Hockey League when it comes to European players. He only trails Jari Kurri coming in. He's got 376 big ones. A lot of the goals he picked up in Pittsburgh, obviously playing a lot with Mario Lemieux and the New York Rangers. But a good opportunity for the Ducks in this power play. Their first power play was very anemic. This one, they got it going. Obviously, Solani in the fold. Hard shot by Jean-Jacques Daigneault right off the shoulder, possibly the elbow portion of his pad, and into the corner. And here on the wraparound, nice little play on Reichel as he tries to walk out from behind the net and stuff it, wearing that big shield in front of his jaw. He lost 5 teeth when the puck hit him in the jaw last week.
Daigneault strides back to center. 45 seconds left in the Duck power play. They're second of the night. They trail by 2. Kariya lays the point. Daigneault. Mironov, big drive stop. Kolzig made the rebound save. The tuck in by Solani. And the Ducks are within 1.
Well, that puck might have already been in and crossed the goal line on the initial shot, but Solani right on the doorstep making sure. They might go upstairs for review to see if that puck was across the line before Solani got in the goal crease. They're going over the penalty box. This one may be under review by Dan Maruelli.
Maruelli over at the scorer's table. Ron Wilson with arms folded. You see the phone coming out.
I thought it was actually in before even Solani got there. Here's the pass to the point, the hard shot coming, and watch it ricochet off the pad and the glove. Here it comes right there on that shot. And watch it start bouncing. Then you have Solani coming into the crease. Now, if that wasn't in, then he's allowed to chase the puck into the crease to get there.
Looks like
one more look.
Looks
Here
like
it is.
he chops it out from underneath Kolzig's blocker. Watch. He bats it off that line.
Got a piece of it. Well, if the puck's in there first, he can definitely go after it. You had Big Rushin set up in front. He's the initial guy that got the shot away after that blast from the point. But it's up for review. We're going to have to take a look at this one more time just to make sure. Let's look on the overhead as we look down and get the best view possible here at the pond. Here it is, looking at Kolzig. There's the shot. Rushin in the slot gets the shot again. Now watch the biscuit come down and watch the player. You have Solani coming into the crease and getting a whack at it. Now, to me, the puck's already in there. He's allowed to get in there after the puck. He's not in there now. Now he goes in after the puck. And now if he got a piece of it, if it's a goal, if he doesn't get a piece of it, that's going to be a tough decision.
Really was awfully close to bouncing in and being in the net before Solani finished it. If it stands, if it's Solani, it will be his 5th multiple goal game of the season and his 26th of the year overall.
They're having a tough time with it, too. It's very hard to decipher. I mean, if the puck's in there, he can definitely go in the crease. If they give the goal to Rushin, then he's in the crease.
The goal crease.
Yes.
Now you hear the Ducks fans react, and it's a power play goal for Teemu Selanne.
Well, they're quickly back in this hockey game. That late goal in the first period has really helped this hockey game. They've come out busting. Ron Wilson looks on, not very happy. Let's take a look one more time. Oh, great look overview. Check the right side of the screen. There's Team Teemu coming into the fray. As the puck is in the crease first, he can go there. And Rushin or Team Teemu is going to get the goal. Any way you slice it, it's a power play goal. And they're back in this hockey game. Still a lot of hockey left. Scoring just a couple of minutes into this second
2:45.
period.
The time of it. And they give it to Rushin.
Yep.
Well, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks strike first here in the second period. It's 3-2. Johansson looking to answer. His blast was blocked by Kariya and Daigneault.
Steve Rushin, the luckiest man maybe in the game of hockey. Right? You called it. Playing with 2 Ferraris, he can pick up 30 assists just passing the puck to the wing.
Kariya wheeling back. Johansson played him well. 3 minutes, 15 seconds into period number 2. This is icing against the Caps. A.J. Daigneault and company on the board with a power play goal at 2:45. We will have you back to the pond in just a few moments. The Ducks trying to mount the comeback against the Capitals. It continues on WB50.
Your nephew, what could he be up to right now? Hanging out, pondering the mysteries of the universe, growing up much too fast. Well, now's the perfect time to find out. MCI introduces 5-cent Sundays. 5 cents a minute. Every minute of every Sunday, if you're an MCI customer. And if not, call 1-800-SUNDAYS to become one.
It's impossible to keep the ocean from the shore. It's just impossible. Ask a baby not to cry. It's just impossible. Or to live without you now. It's just impossible.
Matt Cullen set the draw against Dale Hunter. Defensive zone for the Capitals. They have seen Anaheim trim the lead to 1. Big point drive. Kolzig to a knee. Sergei Gonchar will propel back to center. Hunter, the Caps captain, to clear in. Shots on goal now, even at 14. The Ducks have stormed out of the dressing room and outshot Washington 8-0 in the first 3 minutes and 40 seconds of the second period. Dallas on the hand-to-head to Cullen. Stick check by Tenorti. Ken Klee will drop it back into the Anaheim zone. Pavel Trinka there. Off for Stevenson. Kicks it back ahead. Anti-Alto. Alto, the Finnish-born winger, is pass for Stevenson behind him. Collected by Klee. Left it to Gonchar. Stick check by Sandstrom. Ron Wilson, the former bench boss here in Anaheim, shaking the deck now for the Caps. Change up on the fly. Pronger, Sean Pronger. Intended for Sandstrom. That was intercepted. Housley and Juneau with the defense. Juneau turned it over. Point drive. Kicked out, stopped by Kolzig. Another chance, and Kolzig got the goal stick in the way. Sandstrom. Roped by Cote. Walchuk did not clear. Reichel. To the goal mouth, intended for Pronger. That was picked off by Housley. Tom's roaming back through center with Walchuk. Rolled it neatly to Hebert. He'll cover. Caps in front in the second period. Caps fans, listen up. Don't miss out on your chance for the best seats in the house. Capital season tickets provide you with the hottest seat for the coolest game on earth. For more information, call 301-336-CAPS. Washington, tomorrow night, the Los Angeles Kings will be the opponent for Ron Wilson's troops. We'll have that for you on WBDC, Channel 50. And the Islanders come a-calling back at MCI Center Tuesday. Florida on Thursday back on Channel 50. And then at Carolina, then a 7-game homestand. Ron Wilson won't have to pack the bags at all for quite a while. Craig, in total, after the LA game, 12 of the next 14 for the Caps at MCI Center. That's home cooking.
Yeah, it sure is. Got to make hay right there, boy. You need a lot of points out of those games.
5 minutes deep in the middle period. 3-2 Washington. Caps and Ducks, 1 of 9 around the NHL tonight. We'll inform you in just a few moments of the other goings-on. Kariya stopped by Kolzig, and he plays the end zone glass carom with a glove long enough for the whistle. Here's our out-of-town scoreboard elsewhere in the NHL tonight. On our giant out-of-town scoreboard, New Jersey a 5-2 winner. They increased their lead in the Atlantic. Florida upends the Rangers on enemy ice. New York continues to struggle at MSG. Carolina and Buffalo, the Sabres, 1 goal better than the Carolina Hurricanes. Edmonton and Detroit. The Oilers go to Detroit and pick up a win against the Wings. Philadelphia and Chicago, 3-2 for the Flyers. San Jose and Dallas. The Sharks shut out the Stars. Turnabout is fair play. Phoenix and Pittsburgh, it's 2-1 in the middle period. Calgary has a 1-0 lead over visiting Colorado at Saddle Dome. And the final out-of-town score on our giant out-of-town scoreboard is that one. 3-2, Washington here in Anaheim. Calle Johansson leads for Riki. Bounces the puck to the end boards. Bundra from a bad angle, and Hebert was alert.
Good play off the boards, making sure the Capitals dump it in off the angle, using their speed wide, and they get a play out of this on Hebert. Peter Bondra with a nice shot towards the net, trying to get going in shots here in the second period, dominated so far by the Ducks. Here's the little breakout, nice play, rink wide, and watch the cross-angle shot by Joe Riki. This is a set play. Good speed here. You have Adam Oates coming in, takes his man. That allows Peter Bondra to follow up for a nice shot right into the gut of Hebert.
Hebert, his 22nd appearance of the season. He's 7-11-3. You look at the shots on goal through the contest thus far. 3 shutouts already for Hebert. In tight, Simon. Beaten by Hebert's full pass.
Strong play by Jason Marshall in front of net, number 23, for the Ducks being able to take down Chris Simon. Simon on the rebound, didn't get all the lumber he wanted behind that because of that strong defensive play, knocking big Chris Simon down.
3-2 Washington, nearly 6 minutes into the second period. Simon trying to find Oates. Oates will find the puck with back at center. Riki in tandem with Oates. Joe Riki, he's got an alleyway down the left wing. Riki towards the goal. Simon with Mironov. Oates ahead of Marshall. Marshall wedging Oates to the board. Simon out of the corner with room. Chris Simon. The goal mouth. His pass was blocked, intended for Peter Bondra, and we've got a penalty.
And it's going to be number 3, Jason Marshall. I think heading off, he's going to get 2 for holding and also 2 for unsportsmanlike. So out of this, the Capitals should get a 4-minute power play to try to get their lead going back to where it was. They were up 3-zip. Now it's 3-2. This is a good time for their power play to come through. The last time I talked about this kid, he made a great play in front of the net, knocking down Simon. Here, not a smart play as he picks up 2 for holding, then too much say to the referee Merwelli. 2 minutes unsportsmanlike. Here it is around the wall. Little play against the boards. Upends Adam Oates, and there it is, pulling him down, holding him. Then he throws him down. Then he talks to the referee. So that Caps with a 4-minute power play. Jason Marshall in the Zindan for the Ducks.
Jason Marshall, 26 years of age, 7th-year pro. It all started for Jason as part of the St. Louis Blues organization. Now his 4th year here with the Ducks. That number 4 is the one that flashes up next to his number 23 on the scoreboard. 4 minutes worth of power play time for the Caps. It's their third on the night. We see they're effective.
Joe, this is a good time to get the Mo back. The Caps have lost the momentum. They've got to try to reclaim it. Can't do anything better than scoring a power play. That's going to give you a big lift on the bench.
Speaking of scoring on power plays, that's been Kalle Johansson's forte, along with Peter Bondra. Bondra not out there to start these proceedings. Toms, Konowalchuk, Juneau across the front. Johansson and Housley in back. This is Jeff Toms. Watched by Kariya. Toms' pass forced Housley back to center. Toms' entry pass blocked by Daigneault. Juneau now looks to set it up. Joe Juneau hits Kalle Johansson. Waits. Goal line, Konowalchuk, shadowed by Daigneault. Johansson once more with Konowalchuk. Wraparound pass for Toms. Good rotation by Bobby Dallas, and the Ducks clear.
That was a whole good rotation by the diamond setup of the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Bobby Dahl is fortunate he falls down and really covers that pass across.
Housley springs. Simon! Kick out, stopped by Hebert. He got it with a goal skate. Gonchar for Phil Housley. Through traffic, knocked down before it reached the Duck net. Oates plays the boards for Phil Housley. The return to Oates. Simon camped out in the deep slot. Oates waiting for something to develop. Bondra behind the cage. Gonchar pitching way down. Circles the net. It is Oates once again. 2:25 remaining in the extended power play. Caps have a 3-2 lead over the Ducks. Oates. Skip pass for Gonchar.
You notice right in the high slot, 3 Ducks all around Simon. If they can thread that pass like that one from Oates out to Gonchar, they're going to be in great shape because they've got 3 guys really attracted to big Chris Simon.
Gonchar, what time? Wrist shot, score! 4-2 Caps.
Nice puck movement, and they scored before the first penalty expired, so they'll still have a 2-minute power play.
Great point.
4 seconds will click off, and they'll still remain on the power play for 2 minutes. A nice quick shot by Gonchar, who was in big need of a goal, picks up his second, scored his first goal of the year, his first game back out of his holdout, and has really not been close to scoring a goal lately. Here's the play, Simon trying to thread the needle, but then it goes from Bondra to the point, and then you have a nice pass, one-timer pass, and there's a wrist shot through a screen, one I think Hebert would have liked to pick up, but he's faced an awful lot of traffic. There's a wrist shot, past Mironov, past the netminder, Hebert. Gonchar has put the Capitals up again by a pair.
Gonchar returned to the lineup, Craig, on October 11th against the New York Islanders. He scored in that game and then went 21 without a goal until that one. At the 8:21 mark on the power play, Housley and Bondra provide the assist. Washington still with a manpower advantage. Caps now with 2 power play goals on the night. This is their 4th chance. Juneau for Johansson. The return to Juneau. Now Johansson bombs away, just missed on that far post. Hebert very deep in the cage. Johansson flutters one for Housley. The return picked up by Teemu Selanne. Selanne has tallied his league-leading 25th. That came back at the tail end of the first.
The Ducks giving much too room to the Capitals at the blue line. That's where the Capitals generate all their offense. They've got to be tighter on them. The first power play, they were all over the point men for the Capitals. The last couple, they've really shied away and collapsed. And that's just having confidence in your penalty killing unit. When you collapse, that opens up a lot of room for the Capitals guys on the blue line. Guys like Housley and Kalle Johansson. He had free sailing. If he didn't one time that one shot on this last power play, he could have walked right to the gut of the slot and slammed it.
Johansson with a puck for Washington now. Ginordi passed behind Adam Oates. Ducks able to clear. 30 seconds in the Cap power play. They're 4th on the game. They are 2 for 3 in the first 30 minutes of this hockey game. Gonchar fidgets loose from Sacco. Bondra plays the corner board. Oates. Run round and round by Drury. Oates from glove to stick. Tenorti. Well off the target. Gonchar, fancy pass. Simon twisted one wide. Minority one-timer deflected by Bonder off his shin pads, just off the cage. Ducks back to full and even strength. Riki will regroup at center. Jason Marshall, double minor, toss for the Ducks. Bonder a 1-on-3, no numbers advantage, gave the puck up. Warren Reichel will clear it back in. Cote will spin it right back out. Past the game's midpoint, now 9:07 to go in period 2. 4-2 Washington. Daniel's pass through center. Knocked down by Michael Pivanka. Pivanka back in the lineup after missing 13 games with an injury he sustained in Phoenix in October on the 23rd. Freaky. Boulis. Now Miller. Kelly Miller, one of 3 goal getters for the Caps in the opening frame. Pivanka trying to find Boulis. Just skipped over his stick.
Michael thought he would have had a couple more days out here to get back into game shape, but forced into action. Plus, he wanted to get away from home. He had to get away from Frank Costello, but most importantly, Mike Eagles. He's just been an animal the way Eagles has been training at Piney Orchard. Just worked and worked and worked.
Speaking of work, Sandstrom trying to work that one from underneath Kolzig. Big Ole had it underneath, and now Ole wants a word with Sandstrom. Tempers flare.
Well, he really poked underneath him there, but no one was around him. That's why he kept poking for the puck, trying to get a goal past Ole the goalie.
We need to break away. 4-2 Caps. More in a moment.
Of all the great conveniences found in America's best-selling minivan, here's one you rarely get to enjoy. A very generous $1,000 cash back on Grand Caravan. Or you can choose this Dodge Caravan, which includes all this at no extra charge. And after $750 cash back, the price drops to an exceptionally low $17,245. But hurry, because numbers this good get carried away rather quickly. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Get ready to get creative. Get into a Rebel G. Capture your imagination on film. Let Rebel take you beyond snapshots and experience the ultimate rush.
Cool.
Rebel G and only EOS lenses from Canon.
Caps up by a pair here in the WB. Missed coverage in front allows Thomas Sandstrom to be all alone. He's hacking, he's whacking, he's doing anything to poke the puck underneath the goaltender Kolzig. Then you have a little scrum in front. You have Jan Boulis in front along with Michael Pivanka. Sylvain Cote to the left side of the screen, just standing there waiting to see what happens. But here's the loose puck. And Thomas Sandstrom didn't get it in. But out of this, Sylvain Cote, look at this, just sort of standing there looking around, wondering what's going on. Finally got in there a little bit, little face wash, and because of that, Ducks back on the power play.
Ruchin, Solane, and Kariya up front for Pierre Paget. Mironov and Daigneault fire away from the points. Big rebound. Kariya just missed on the short side. Power play for Anaheim. We have it unofficially as their 3rd of the evening. Kariya sets up shop. Trying to bank that one off the net beyond Johansson. Teemu Solane. Hawked by Miller. Solane, nice pass. Kariya zips that wrister wide. Solane. Ruchin. Solane once more. Backdoor cut. Mironov robbed by Kolzig.
Great read by the Capitals netminder coming across. They like to use the backdoor play an awful lot. That's what the Capitals have been looking for on their penalty-killing unit.
Ruchin freight train Kolzig. He's getting a little bit ornery in that goal crease. Ole's had a couple of guys bothering him. 4-2 Washington. Ducks on the power play. Kariya. Wrist shot stopped, and that stung.
Well, Paul Kariya not only possesses great speed, he also has one of the best wrist shots in the National Hockey League. And there's a couple of good shots. The first one he got, he's not going to miss them in 2 or 3 games when he gets back into it. But there, a nice wrist shot on the 2-on-1. Rifles it off the Olaf Kolzig right shoulder. hard shot. Paul Kariya, second best last year in power play goals. Here's the backdoor play. Mironov sneaking in, then knocks down Mark Ginordi. A good chance cross-seam pass by Timo Solani. That's what they like to do. The Capitals penalty killers have to beware of that. But Paul Kariya really making a mark in this game, jumping right back into the fray. He had 15 power play goals last year, which was second best in the National Hockey League.
Never afraid to shoot the puck. Led the NHL in shots a year ago with 340. Short-handed, here come the Caps. Steve Konowalchuk moving in. Konowalchuk trying to catch Hebert deep in that goal, and Hebert flashed the pad. 4-2 Washington. A little less than 7 minutes to go in period 2. Joe Beninati, Fred Lachlan with you tonight on WB 50. Bill Bell producing and directing a fine crew in Anaheim at the Pond. Oates, marked by Reichel. Closing, Marshall, blocked. Sprawling, Riki made the play. Marshall, follow-up. This time it was Kolzig with the answer.
Great play by Joe Riki. That's timing and guts right there to throw your body in front of that blast from the high slot. Great play by Joe. That goalie's going to love this guy anytime you sacrifice your body. Kolzig's been hit enough tonight. Here's the play in the high slot. Here comes the hard shot right there by Marshall. And look at Joe Riki right there. Little snow angel in the ice there. Nice block shot with that ankle of his. Good play, but good recovery by Olaf Kolzig. Then closing down on the rebound. And again, someone ends up on top of him as Riki plows over the Ducks forward.
Joe Riki saving Ole Kolzig from facing another shot. Get this, Craig, in just 13 minutes and 25 seconds of the second period, the Ducks have 16 shots on goal. We are headed for way more than 20. The Duck high this season, 19. It came in the third against the New York Islanders. J.J. Daigneault wheels back into play, fires and scores. Power play goal for Disney. Capped by 1.
And again, the goaltenders have been screened on all these goals. Their save percentage is over 900. In this one, Kolzig is just stunned. He can't believe it. I thought Kolzig had it all the way in his big catching glove. Then somehow, J.J. Daigneault puts her upstairs. Kolzig, I don't think, saw the biscuit as it goes into the top shelf, beating him on the power play. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this shot here. Kolzig setting up, but then right there, as Adam Oates, I think, tries to come across, he simply missed that puck. It might have dipped, but watch his glove come across here. Here's the play once again, and here comes a shot. Oates comes across, and there it is, top shelf. Nice shot on a snapshot by J.J. Daigneault. They're back in this game again. It's amazing. I thought they'd be done by now.
J.J. Daigneault has played the NHL, Craig, 14 years. He has never scored against the Washington Capitals until tonight. This is the 33rd time he's faced the Caps. His first goal, 14-year pro. It all began in Vancouver for Daigneault, but he's got the Ducks within 1. Sacco out of the corner. Stick checked well by Gonchar. Told you it would be an offensive explosion tonight with Kariya's return fueling the Ducks. And the Caps looking to make a mark for their head coach, the former Anaheim head coach, Ron Wilson, and it has lived up to the building. Billing, 4-3, Washington.
It's amazing. I never thought we'd have this many goals in this hockey game. We're only in the second period. This team here, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, have been shut out 5 times in their last 12 games. They've also had 2 shutouts to their credit. So there's been 7 shutouts combined between these teams in the last 12 games. And now they're scoring these goals.
Kolzig seemed a bit distracted on that Daigneault wrister. Look out, here's Kariya right up the gut of the defense. Fires and scores, and we are tied.
This is called the fans' favorite game right here. Lots of goals, but it is a goalie's nightmare. Everybody just shooting the biscuit at the net. Paul Kariya picked up an assist in the first period. Now he's got a goal, and he propels this team to a tie with the Capitals, 4 apiece. Team Timo starting up the ice. Nifty pass. Kariya so quick between the top of the circle and the blue line, and then there's a wrist shot off a deflection off of Gonchar's leg, it looked like, and up and over the blocker of Olaf Kolzig. Here it is, coming right into your living room. Nifty move, so quick, cutting across the blue line. There's the shot that just gets a piece of the stick of the defenseman, and Paul Kariya, his first of the year, has tied up this game in the second.
2 goals, Craig, 1 minute 17 seconds apart. Daigneault came at 13:21 on the power play. Kariya at 14:38, and bye-bye 3-0 lead. It's now 4-4. 5 minutes, 6 seconds to go in period number 2. Paul Kariya with a big smile on his face.
The key to success inside the ring is to always stay in control. The same is true outside the ring, especially when it comes to drinking. Staying in control means knowing when to say when. So if you drink, please drink responsibly. Remember, friends know when to say when.
A message from Budweiser and Oscar de la Hoya.
Standing ovation for that guy, Paul Kariya, here at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim. Standing O, Kariya has tied up this hockey game 4 apiece on a pass from his favorite line mate, Teemu Selanne, and that movement from the blue line to the top of the circle. He's so great at getting into the crease, and he rips his wrist shot. He's had to have had 4 or 5 shots in this period alone. He's been peppering the netminder, Olaf Kolzig, and that one beats him. There you have the Kariya-Selanne factor. When both play in a game, the Ducks have a 50-29-14 record. When only one in the game, they're 14 games below 500.
And Craig, those numbers really skyrocket when one of the two, or both, Kariya or Selanne, have a big point game. Well, tonight, Paul Kariya back in the lineup, first game of the season. Ho-hum, 3 points, goal and 2 assists.
Not bad, and this team doesn't play till next Wednesday, so he's going to have a lot of time to get ready for the next Wednesday's opponent here. I think the Toronto Maple Leafs, Wednesday night.
Game 2 of a 6-game homestand for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. They've got 4 days off after tonight. You're right, Craig. Toronto, Philadelphia, San Jose, or rather Toronto, Phoenix, San Jose, and Calgary come calling after this one.
So I guess after this one, Pierre Pagé will have him doing wallies for the next week. What do you think? Stops and starts?
Pronger rips one right on. Kolzig takes care of that. Sandstrom gave Kolzig the snow shower, and Johansson will say hello to him.
And I thought that's supposed to be a minor penalty this year for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, that was blatant.
Yeah, he came right in and gave the shavings to the face underneath the mask of the netminder. They've been going hard to the net. 4 apiece, Caps and Ducks. Stay with us here on the WB.
I don't shower before work. I email over oatmeal. I take conference calls in my pajamas. Just take a look at the area that I'm highlighting. There. That works. I document conference, I page, I fax, I work out. I get tons done. I still don't shower. I pray we never, ever get video conferencing.
Dodge Dakota owners are celebrating. A recent J.D. Power & Associates study ranked Dakota most appealing compact pickup. But we believe the price is pretty appealing, too. How do you add lots more muscle witut breaking a sweat? Get a Magnum V6 at no extra charge when you buy a Dodge Dakota. So come, bulk up. At the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Friends, tomorrow night at 6, a demonstration of deadly high-tech weapons on a live human target could mean the end of Nightman. Don't miss the next Nightman tomorrow night at 6, right here on WB50. You will be busy. So will he. More than likely.
And here's the play right here along the blue line. It's not going to be a penalty here. There's a shot and there's the rebound. Well, watch the snowplow right there, right into the face of Thomas Sandstrom. Sure, they were talking about this year, maybe calling that unsportsmanlike, but no penalty on the play. The teams remain 5 apiece.
There won't be any Christmas card going from Kolzig to Sandstrom anytime soon. It was Sandstrom who was pitchforking Kolzig earlier in this period. Offside captain.
He's played his whole career like that. That's why he's had some great success. Paul Kariya's had great success because he's got great speed. What moves and dangling can this guy do? It's going to be a big part of the Canadian Olympic team. Like to see him alongside big Lindros and Shanahan. How's that for a line?
Not bad. Pretty good skill level. I don't know if they'll last the test of time, but...
The big thing, talking to Tim Army about that, about
Dripping with
Paul
sarcasm.
Kariya, is he has one thing that he really says is a lot different. That's stick preparation. He's always getting in the shooting lane. He's always preparing his hockey stick for a shot on net. So you'll see him cruising around. It's always on the ice. It's always cocked and ready to snap the shot. That's why he scored a bunch of goals.
Simon thunders that wrister wide. Oates tried to follow it. Hebert was ready. Brand new hockey game. We're tied at 4. 4 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the second period.
Notice now, Hebert makes a save. He's getting the Guy chant. When it was 3-0, it was like,
Good.
let's yank the guy.
It was the chant.
We've talked about Paul Kariya a lot tonight in this hockey game. The mightiest Duck of all is Paul Kariya. The last 2 seasons, the record with Kariya, impressive. Take a look at that, 12 games over 500 without, 13 games under. Total goals go way up, just about a goal better when he's in the lineup. And the time shutout, 7 without, 0 with him in the lineup, 5 already in this last 12 games. And the power play percentages springs up close to a respectable 18, close to 20% when he's in the lineup.
Kariya, 2-time defending winner of that Lady Byng trophy for sportsmanship and gentlemanly play and a high standard of play. It's an award annually that Adam Oates has often figured for. Stevenson's wrister is blocked. Klee did not clear. Matt Cullen stood up by Kelly Miller. Craig Berube off for Dale Hunter. If you're missing Richard Zednik in your lineup card tonight, Cap, young winger, felled by the flu. Hunter to the goal mouth right on through. Sacco will clear. We mentioned Mike Eagles missing. Out with a wrist injury. 14th game on the sideline now for Eagles.
And he's chomping at the bit to get back in the lineup. Talked about him before, just the way he's been training. He's going to be in game shape when he gets back in this lineup.
Todd Krieger, who helped inform us of these Ducks, the one-time Mighty Duck. Krieger injured Wednesday, ribs against San Jose.
Yeah, fell right into the goalpost and his ice bag on his chest.
Ouch.
This morning and tonight.
Ouch. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in period 2. Tied up at 4. Steve Konowalchuk rumbling back ahead. Jeff Tom sprinting towards the goal. Tom's crushed by Pavel Trinka. Konowalchuk turned the corner on Dollar. Steve Konowalchuk still with it. Joe Ricci fires wide. Konowalchuk on that rebound. Feed to the slot. Miller was dumped. Johansson blast. That's blocked. Delayed penalty coming. Ricci bombs away. That goes wide. Calls into the bench.
Sean Pronger's going to head off. 2 minutes for holding. The Capitals have the Ducks reeling. They've got to keep on the pressure here with the netminder up. They're playing with one extra player, so they've got to get the face-off in the zone. That's the key here. Don't turn it over. Get it in deep and get a face-off so you can set up the power play.
They've got it in and deep and under control. Juno. Johansson forced back out to center.
And that's even better if they get it in, under control, and in deep.
Now they're in their own zone. Oates will remedy that situation not. Solane with a touch-up, and the Caps will have a power play.
2 minutes for holding. Sean Pronger, there he is. Happened right in front of the net. Hebert right in the high slot. He hauled down Kelly Miller. The Caps putting on some good pressure. So Pronger in the box, the older brother of Chris Pronger, St. Louis Blues, the big defenseman.
I love that. Sean's the big brother, but the younger guy, Chris, is the towering member of the family.
Yeah.
Sean Pronger, Bowling Green University, shares something in common with Cap player Ken Klee, Cap GM George McPhee. Both of them hail from Bowling Green State.
Here's the work in front. Look at the Capitals rotating the puck. And there it is. Kelly Miller just hog-tied and grabbed and thrown to the ground. Good pressure by the Capitals as the second period winds down.
Caps had a 3-1 lead after 1. In the second period, the Ducks have outscored the Caps 3-1. We are tied at 4. Power play chance number 5 for Washington. Unofficially, we've got them 2 for 4. Oates, stick check, Sacco, Vlasic clear. Housley will turn. Washington looking for its 10th road win of the season. 9-8-3 coming in. Gonchar deflected it. Housley will watch Drury. Last at the length of the rink. 1 minute to go in the second period. Tied at 4. 1 minute, 11 seconds in the Cap power play. Housley. The entry for Oates. Walks away from Sacco. Oates and Bondra playing catch. Simon in that deep slot. John Shaw fakes the one-timer. Oates will let it go. Blocked by Dallas. Simon follows it up, and a bouncing puck foiled him. Here comes Anaheim. Solane on the run. Wrist shot wide. Oates waits for the carry. Gonchar hustles it ahead for Bondra. 28 seconds left in the period on our Model Sporting Goods time clock. Johansson. And Wall Bondra. Simon away from Daigneault. Oates for Johansson. One-timer right on. Hebert made the stop. Marshall dealing with Oates. Bondra wrestled by Solane. Oates, great look. Gonchar one-timer. He chunked it high and wide. And that will do it for the balance of period number 2. And what has to be a near-capacity crowd, better than 17,000 in the building at the Pond, cheering Paul Kariya and the Ducks for their comeback efforts. It was 3-1 Washington after 1, but Anaheim started swiftly in the second. At the 2:45 mark, Ruchin picked up his 4th from Mironov and Daigneault on the power play. Sylvain Cote was in the penalty bench. That brought the Ducks within 1. Sergei Gonchar on a 4-minute power play for Washington picked up his second goal of the season at 8:21. Housley and Bondra with the assists. That made it 4-2 for the Caps. But Anaheim would have the final 2 goals of the period. 2 goals separated by 1 minute and 17 seconds. Daigneault, his second at 13:21. Mironov and Kariya with the help outs on the power play. And Kariya with his first of the season in this, his first game of the year. Solane with the assist at 14:38. So a 3-point night for Paul Kariya, and we still have 20 minutes left to go in regulation. The Ducks and the Caps are deadlocked at 4. Washington next in action, right back in action on the WB tomorrow night. They'll travel to Inglewood, California. The Los Angeles Kings will lie in wait. The Kings and the Caps, the first of their 2 regular season games. Coverage begins at 10:30 back home in the East. For Anaheim, it has been a tough stretch at home, trying to win for the 5th time officially in the NHL books at home. One of those home wins came over in Japan against the Vancouver Canucks. They are 4-8-3, are Pierre Paget's Ducks on home ice. 7-7-3 on the road, but they have fared pretty well against Atlantic Division foes. 3 wins, a loss, and 2 ties against the Atlantic. That's the division where the Caps occupy 3rd place coming into tonight's action. 15-11-5. With more of our second intermission, let's get it to Craig Laughlin. He's got Teemu Solane downstairs.
Yeah, Timo downstairs. And Timo, you described Paul Kariya coming back as your best Christmas gift ever. Pretty impressive period for you guys.
Well, it was a lot of fun for a long time, and you know, it's just great to have him back, and he just gives us so big boost right now, and everybody's so excited. And you know, we know that if we can just keep the goals against down, we're gonna win a lot of games.
Now it seems to me you've got 25 goals now. Does having Paul back in the lineup take any pressure off you personally?
Well, 200 pounds it takes away. You know, you know, lately I have had a lot of pressure out there, and the other teams, they really want to put more extra attention for myself. So Paul is going to help my game so much, and I can help his game, and he's going to help all teams. He gives so much more confidence for everybody.
Timo, we appreciate you standing by with us on WB50. Thanks a lot. Best of luck.
Thanks.
Timo Solane, one of the greatest goal scorers in the National Hockey League. He leads the NHL with 25. The Ducks and Caps tied up at 4 apiece. We'll be back to take a look at all the goals and other festivities as our second intermission continues right after this.